Hey guys, welcome back for a new video. Hope you are doing well. What do you think of the new intro? Please comment below. I got a lot of questions about how I breed my button quails, also called king quails, naturally. In this video I will try to answer all of them. The tips and tricks in this video can also be used for different species of quails. This is the perfect timing because, as you can see, we have some new cute little chicks running around in the aviary. More on them later in this video. As you guys could see in the previous videos, this is not the first nest of this year. The pair of quails inside the quail coop already have 3 little chicks this year. They are growing so fast and it's already time to remove the 3 new females and find a new home for them. Mom and Dad did a good job raising these beautiful ladies. The most important tip to increase the chance that your female quail starts breeding is to buy a naturally bred female. Most quails available these days hatch from an incubator. And although it's still possible to breed with them, it's much harder to get them to breed successfully. Generations of incubated raised quails cause them to lose their natural instinct to incubate and care for their young. Another important tip is based on their environment. Quails need a very natural environment with lots of bushes. Quails are prey species and therefore very skittish. Lots of places to hide make them feel more comfortable, which in turn makes them more likely to show breeding behavior. Stressful quails will not breed or will stop midway. The right food helps them to go into breeding conditions. Proteins help to boost their libido. By providing a scarce diet in winter, increasing it during spring will let their biological clock know it's time. Next to regular seeds, I provide more fruits and vegetables for the vitamins and more mealworms and egg food for the protein. Mealworms are also often used by the male to give as presents, letting know he likes them. Be careful not to overfeed them with too much protein. They can get too fat or the male gets too aggressive and will start harassing the female. If the female starts incubating, I stop feeding proteins or only in very small quantities to make sure the male doesn't get too pumped up while his female is incubating. Another benefit of the natural environment is nesting opportunities. Quails like to nest in very hidden spots where they will not get disturbed. Their brown plumage helps them to not get spotted by predators. My quail made her nest behind the waterfall this time. It took me a while to find it. At this nesting site they will make a little bowl in which they lay 4 to sometimes even 20 eggs. They will lay them in all the same place or sometimes scattered around to prevent predators to find their whole nest. The quail will later roll them all together and hide them under her own body. Providing blades of grass or straw will sometimes trigger them to build a nest and start incubating. This also helps to hide the nest even more and cover the eggs while the female is looking for food or drinks. Especially in my indoor cages, straw helped me a lot to get them build a nest and start incubating. After they have laid their eggs, only the female will incubate the eggs. On average, they will incubate the eggs for 16 to 20 days before the eggs hatch. The female will only come out to drink and eat. During this period, it's very important not to disturb the female. After every disturbance, the female can abandon the nest. Especially incubator females will abandon the nest very quickly. Don't clean their cage in the vicinity of the nest and give them food and water as far away from the nest as possible. When the chicks hatch, they are as big as a bumblebee. Always keep an eye on them the first day to make sure the female knows what she's doing. If she abandons the chick, get them inside under a heat lamp and raise them without their parents. It's not ideal, but sometimes necessary. Often the first nest of the female will not go without some hiccups, but that's the same in nature. She also has to learn. It's amazing to see these little chicks running around with their mom and dad. You can really see how mom is teaching them everything in this new world. This time we have a lot of color variation and super curious what they will look like after they got their adult plumage. For food I always use egg food and after a week I will add mealworms. Make sure to kill them first before feeding them. Otherwise, there's always a possibility they will swallow them alive and that can kill the chicks. Most often, the mother will kill the worms for them. The last question I often get is, do you keep the male with the chicks? That depends on the male. A lot of males can be very aggressive towards both an incubating female and the chicks. Especially if it's the first nest, I would suggest separating the male at least the first couple of days. Then slowly introduce him to the chicks and keep a watchful eye to see how the male is reacting to the new little creatures inside his cage. I wasn't sure about my male inside the quail coop, so I slowly introduced them after a couple of days. He tolerated them. He didn't care for them, but also didn't really hurt them. The male quail I have in the aviary is a wonderful male. He's really caring for the chicks and keeping them warm. I would suggest only continue breeding with non-aggressive males. Hopefully you guys can use these tips and breed some quails yourself. And if you still have any questions, comment them below. And I or the community will answer them. Maybe we can turn the quail population around and have more naturally bred quails than incubated quails. That's it for this time. Hope you did enjoy it. Click like and consider subscribing to support the channel, so I can keep making videos and grow this community. I see you guys in the next video, and remember, stay happy and always love your birds. Bye bye!